So welcome to the Take a Breather podcast with Stacy Eric and Eric Almeida. This episode is a Tapping Thursday episode where we will take you through a tapping exercise so that you can experience a sample of EFT and how it can help you. Remember to subscribe, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, and share our podcast on YouTube. Those help out the channel a lot. For instructions on how to tap with EFT, please listen to episode 2 where we walk you through in intimate detail all the description of where the points are on the body so that you can tap along with us in case you're listening to us on the audio broadcast instead of watching us on the YouTube broadcast. As a disclaimer, this is not meant to diagnose or treat any particular issues. Any strong reactions that you may have listening to this, please pause the recording and keep tapping until you calm down. And if need be, tap faster. It helps calm down that emotional reaction you may be occurring. The goal of this Tapping Thursday is to tap on a general feeling. This is not geared towards coping or deep healing. And if any particular memories or thoughts come up as you're doing this work, please write them down and either tap on those particular memories and thoughts on your own, or you can contact an EFT practitioner like one of us for additional support. You can use coupon code BREATHER on either one of our websites to get a $30 off your first EFT session with either one of us. So this week's topic is expectations. We are actually going kind of off script compared to what we plan on doing today because we wanted to go with something that was a little bit more of a live current, and I am the sucker who's going to be the client. So I'm going to pass it over to Stacy and take it away.
Yes. So if you're tapping with us, be in a nice quiet place where your phone won't interrupt you. And we're going to tackle the idea of living up to one's own expectations, that we set up expectations for ourselves. And when we don't fulfill them, we often beat ourselves up or are kind of suffer because the reality of what we wanted to be true isn't in line with the reality of what actually happens. And we're very hard on ourselves when we don't live up to our own expectations. So, Eric is my client today. Eric, when you think, so I'd like you to put your feet on the floor, really feel your feet on the floor and take a couple of nice breaths in and out. Bringing yourself to the here and now, feeling your body sitting on the chair, your feet on the floor. And recall a time when you failed your own expectations or have an expectation for yourself that you are afraid you can't live up to. Uh, Anyone who has whatever works for you, folks listening, the ideas, come up with if you can, with a memory or a feeling of failing expectations, and feel where you feel it in your body, that sensation of failure or of fear or anxiety of not living up to expectations, and really feel into the intensity. And on a scale of 0 to 10, rate how intense the feeling is. 0, they have no emotional reaction whatsoever, and 10 being overwhelmed with the negative reaction, worrying about fulfilling expectations. And then write that number down. And Eric, what would you say your number is in this moment?
It's a solid 5.
Okay. All right. So we'll start at the karate chop point in the side of the hand. Even though
Even though
I'm afraid I can't live up to expectations,
I'm afraid I can't live up to expectations,
I would like to completely love and accept myself.
I would like to completely love and accept myself.
Even though
Even though
I expect myself to fulfill a task at hand,
I expect myself to fulfill a task at hand,
and I'll be a failure if I don't.
and I'll be a failure if I don't.
I completely love and accept who I am,
I completely love and accept who I am,
even though
even though
I set very high expectations for myself,
I set very high expectations for myself,
and I'm always afraid I won't fulfill them.
and I'm always afraid I won't fulfill them.
I would like to love and accept myself and all that I am.
I would like to love and accept myself and all of that I am.
Okay, top of the head. I set very high expectations for myself,
I set very high expectations for myself,
inside corner of the eyebrow, and I worry about fulfilling them every day.
and I worry about fulfilling them every day.
Side of the eye. If I don't fulfill my expectations, I will be a failure.
If I don't fulfill my expectations, I will be a failure.
Under the eye. The times I don't fulfill my expectations fill me with self loathing.
The times that I don't fulfill my expectations fill me with self-loathing.
Under the nose. I am not a capable person unless I can fulfill my expectations.
I am not a capable person unless I fulfill my expectations.
I hate failing myself.
I hate failing myself.
And collarbone. I hate failing others.
And I hate failing others.
Under the arm. I hate looking like a failure in front of others.
I hate looking like a failure in front of others.
Inside the wrist. I can't be okay with failing my expectations.
I can't be okay with failing my expectations.
Side of the hand. I have no compassion for myself when I fail my expectations.
I have no compassion for myself when I fail my expectations.
Top of the head. And I especially hate when I fail expectations
And I especially hate when I fail expectations
that other people have of me.
that other people have of me.
Corner of the eye. I feel shame and guilt when I fail others' expectations.
I feel shame and guilt when I fail other people's expectations.
Side of the eye. I have a lot of anxiety around other people's expectations.
I have a lot of anxiety around other people's expectations.
Under the eye. I want to be able to hold my expectations lightly.
I want to be able to hold my expectations lightly.
I don't, under the nose, I don't want my expectations to fill me with so much stress.
I don't want my expectations to fill me with so much stress.
Under the chin, I don't want to hold myself to such a high standard.
I don't want to hold myself up to such a high standard.
Collarbone, I think that's an unreasonable standard.
I think that's an unreasonable standard.
Under the arm, that I'm never allowed to fail.
That I am never allowed to fail.
Inside the wrist, I would like to be able to be gentle with myself.
I would love to be able to be gentle with myself.
Side of the hand, and I would love to allow myself to fail sometimes in my expectations.
And I would love to allow myself to fail at my expectations.
Okay, let's pause there. Take a nice deep breath in, down into the belly. Breathing out, anything else willing to be released on the out breath. For folks at home, if you're feeling a lot of energy moving, just keep tapping. Feeling any sense of overwhelm, just move quickly through the points until you feel more centered and grounded. Feel your feet on the floor. Bring yourself to the present moment. And Eric, whenever you're ready, check in and see how your body's feeling and see what you'd like to share about the tapping.
I'm certainly calmer. It is my expectations that really drives the dissatisfaction. It's funny. It's like I've developed the calluses towards the judgment from others a bit, but against myself, it's not there. So, yeah, it's yeah. It would be really nice to not. It would be really nice to not have my expectations sabotage the success of what I'm trying, what I'm setting the expectation on. It tends to be a terrible pattern for myself.
Okay. when you uh, feel into that feeling of your own self judgment and its ability to cause you suffering around fulfilling your own expectations, what would you say your intensity level is around that? And tell me other emotions that come up around that sense of self judgment.
Um, I would say it feels kind of like a 4. That
Okay.
yeah, that's about as much clarity as I'm getting at the moment.
No, it's good. When what kind of when you think about the self judgment, what kind of emotions does it recall? What does it bring up in you in response to?
Embarrassment, which is
Mm-hmm.
interesting. I'm not sure why.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else before we start?
Underneath the embarrassment is shame.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
That's a
that
big.
emotion.
It's it's such a big one. It often is lurking under
Yes.
the surface, and it's the one that is the most pernicious and the most devastating to how we feel about ourselves. Okay, if you're ready, we'll start tapping again.
Yes.
Okay, side of the hand. Even though
Even though
I hold a lot of self judgment
I hold a lot of self judgment
when I don't fulfill my own expectations,
when I don't fulfill my own expectations,
I would like to completely love and accept myself.
I would like to completely love and accept myself.
Even though
Even though
my own self judgment
my own self judgment
sabotages my enjoyment of my life,
sabotages my enjoyment of my life,
I completely love and accept myself.
I completely love and accept myself.
Even though
Even though
my self judgment
my self judgment
keeps me from enjoying my own creative projects,
keeps me from enjoying my own creative projects,
I would like to love and accept all that I am.
I would like to love and accept all that I am.
Okay, top of the head. My biggest critic is myself.
My biggest critic is myself.
Inside corner of the eye. Anything I do or create, the judge comes out.
Anything I do or create, the judge comes out.
Side of the eye. And the judge, my own judge, judges me very harshly.
And my own judge judges me very harshly.
Under the eye. My judge has unreasonable expectations for me.
My judge has unreasonable expectations for me.
Under the nose. I can handle the judgment of other people.
I can handle the judgment of other people.
Crease the chin. But my own judgment still hurts so much.
But my own judgment still hurts so much.
Collarbone. When I fail at my expectations, the judge is very harsh.
When I fail at my own expectations, the judge is very harsh.
Under the arm. My own self judgment leads me to feel embarrassed when I fail.
My own self judgment leads me to feel embarrassed when I fail.
Inside of the wrist. I am ashamed when I fail.
I am ashamed when I fail.
Side of the hand. The judge thinks I should never fail.
The judge thinks I should never fail.
Top of the head. It's not safe to fail.
It's not safe to fail.
Inside of the eye. But my logical mind knows sometimes I fail, and that's okay.
But my logical mind knows that sometimes I fail, and that's okay.
Side of the eye. A part of me knows that it's human to fail.
Part of me knows that it is human to fail.
Under the eye. A part of me knows that failure leads to more learning.
Part of me knows that failure leads to more learning.
Under the nose. I would like to feel safe with failure.
I would like to feel safe with failure.
Crease the chin. I would like my judge to be softer in regards to failure.
I would like my judge to be softer in regards to failure.
Collarbone. I know I am still a good person even when I fail.
I know that I am still a good person even when I fail.
Under the arm. I know that even when I fail at doing something,
I know that even when I fail at doing something,
I am worthy and deserving of love.
I am worthy and deserving of love.
Inside of the wrist. No matter what I do as a failure,
No matter what I do as a failure,
I am always deserving of love and acceptance.
I am always deserving of love and acceptance.
Side of the hand. The things that I do and create aren't me.
The things that I do and create are not me.
Top of the head. The person I am deserves acceptance and love.
The person that I am deserves acceptance and love.
Inside of the eye. And I deserve to try something and fail at it.
And I deserve to try something and fail at it.
Side of the eye. I would like my expectations to be gentle.
I would like my expectations to be gentle.
Under the eye. I would like to hold my own expectations for myself lightly.
I would like to hold expectations for myself lightly.
Under the nose. And be open to the idea of failure in everything that I try.
And to be open to the idea of failure in everything that I try.
Crease the chin. I want to be able to embrace failure.
I want to be able to embrace failure.
Collarbone. I want to be able to embrace myself in all that I try and do.
I want to be able to embrace myself in all that I try and do.
Rib cage. I want to be forgiving of my successes and my failures.
I want to be forgiving of my successes and my failures.
Inside the wrist. I want to freely and joyfully create.
I want to freely and joyfully create.
Side of the hand. Enjoying the act of doing and creation, free of self-judgment.
And enjoying the act of doing and creation, free of self-judgment.
Okay, let's pause there. Breathe. Nice deep breath in. Gentle, long, slow breath out. Completely filling in the lungs on the in-breath. And completely expelling all the lungs on the out-breath all the way down to the lower belly. Letting whatever wants to be released at this time. And if you'd like to share, Eric.
It's funny, throughout all of that, I felt this ache in my heart, which is really interesting. Yeah, it was very interesting.
That sounds like a great thing to tap on.
Yes.
And
yes.
Thank you for bringing that up, because folks listening, you can tap on a physical sensation. You can tap on, we use a lot of words because we're a podcast, but you can tap on, I'm tapping on the way I feel in this moment about this thing without giving it any more specific a name than that, and just tap. And the tapping on the physical sensations is often really fruitful. Just really dive into how the body is feeling and sit with your body while you tap and feel everything your body is feeling. And often the body will give you information about why it's feeling that way, or give you new memories or insights, or sometimes just the feeling goes away. And that will be emotionally relaxing as well. The physical informs the emotional and vice versa.
Absolutely. So thank you. That was very powerful.
Oh, good. You're very welcome. Thank you for being my client and being open to the process, as always.
Absolutely. And thank you, listeners, for listening in. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that fun stuff to help spread the word around. And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.